Looking to make your event more sustainable? Try hosting a zero-waste event. A zero-waste event means that at least 90% of the waste generated is diverted from the landfill and either composted or recycled. You're likely familiar with recycling, but composting might be new to you or your attendees. Composting is a natural process of breaking down organic matter, like leaves and food scraps, back into rich fertilizer that enhances soil and plants. Food waste makes up about 1/3 of our waste stream, and when it ends up in the landfill, it produces carbon dioxide and methane, both powerful greenhouse gases. Keeping food waste out of the landfill means reducing our greenhouse gas emissions while creating something beneficial. There are 3 key steps to hosting a zero-waste event. Minimize your waste stream, request appropriate bins, and prevent contamination. Think about what kinds of waste will be at your event, from vendors, attendees, or caterers. Reduce as much waste as possible before the event by finding low-waste alternatives. One of the biggest ways to do this is by ditching single-use plastics and opting for reusable or compostable items in your food service ware, like utensils, cups, and plates. When it comes to compostable wares, double-check labels to ensure items can be composted. Greenwashing happens. Look for these key indicators. Be aware of items labeled biodegradable, as this is not the same and these items will not break down in the compost. Now that you've analyzed your waste stream, you'll need bins for proper landfill diversion. It's imperative that the compostable wares end up in the compost bin, as they won't break down in the landfill. If you haven't already, fill out our Zero Waste Events request form on our website. You'll provide event details and be prompted to select what bins you'll need for your event, including composting, recycling, and landfill. Our recycling department will deliver them to your event. Lastly, it's time for your event. One of the most important steps in hosting a zero-waste event is ensuring no contamination ends up in the compost bin. The compost produced on grounds is sent to Black Bear Composting, where it is handled by people and ultimately used as fertilizer on local farms. Non-compostable items won't break down during the composting process and contaminate the final product. To avoid contamination, you can have a designated volunteer keep an eye on the bins throughout the event. Make sure they know which items are compostable and recyclable. The bigger the event, the more volunteers you'll need. You can also place bins next to each other and educate your attendees through announcements and signage. We can assist in providing printable signage to post on each waste bin. To host a successful zero-waste event, look for ways to minimize your waste stream before it's created by eliminating items or picking sustainable alternatives. Ensure you have the proper bins for landfill diversion by filling out our Zero Waste Events request form. And lastly, help prevent contamination at your event through signage and having a volunteer keep an eye on the waste bins to ensure items end up in the correct stream. For more sustainable event tips, check out our Zero Waste Event Toolkit under the Zero Waste page on our website.